Today we're going to start off with about a 3-pound chuck roast. Got this thawed out of the freezer. This is from my neighbor. We had bought a quarter beef off my neighbor. We're going to season this up and get it ready for the smoker. Today we're going to be using Jameson Meats Paul's Private Blend brisket and rib rub. And we have 2 chuck roasts, about 3 pounds, bone in, and we'll get those seasoned up. Okay, we got our drum smoker started up here. Just started the coals. I got some hickory chunks on there. We're going to get that closed up so we can get that fire going and get some hickory smoke started, and then we'll get these chuck roasts on the smoker. Okay, we're gonna get these chuck roasts on there. This has been heating up pretty good. We got to about 250 temp. I did put a pizza pan down here as a kind of a heat deflector a little bit. Also to keep some of the drippings from falling directly onto the coals. Just a cheap, like $3 pizza pan, nothing expensive. I could wrap it in foil, but I kind of like the idea of having the holes and allow more airflow and smoke coming up through. But we're gonna get these chuck roasts on here before the fire gets out of control. There you see the chuck roasts on there, and see we gotta get this lid on there because that's catching on fire already. But we're gonna get these going on, and we're gonna leave these go for quite a while today. Okay, it's been on about an hour, not quite an hour and a half, holding steady at about 250. So we're gonna take the lid off. We're gonna take a look at these, and we might give them a little spritz with some apple cider vinegar, hot sauce, Worcestershire, and I thinned it down with just a little bit of water. And we're going to keep these nice and moist, but we're going to take a look at it. Well, let's get the lid off and see what we got. Okay, well, they're looking really good. They got a really good color from that rub. You can kind of start to see the fat rendering down already, but we're going to get ahead and we're going to kind of spritz them all over, make sure they stay nice and moist. We'll get that lid back on and let them go another hour and a half or so, and then we'll check on them again. Okay, these have been on for a little over 2 hours now, and it's cooking a lot more quickly than I thought. We're still holding at about 250. I've got a meat thermometer on there. We're at 153 internal already. Now we're shooting for like maybe 200 degrees. It's not so much the temperature, internal temperature, as it is the tenderness of the meat, but you know, we're looking at 153 right now. There might be a little bit of a stall, which might take a little while, but this cooked a lot faster than I thought. It's only been 2 hours, and we get up to 160 to 165 range, and I might wrap these in foil and put a little bit of liquid in there to really break down the connective tissues and the fat. But we'll check back later and see how we're doing. Okay, we're looking at internal temperature a little just under 160. So we're going to go ahead and get these off and wrap them up with some fluids. Okay, look at that. It's got a nice color to it, nice bark. It's pulling way back from the bone already. We are about 160 degrees internal. We're going to get this, we're going to kind of dust it up with a little bit more rub, and then we're going to put some of our apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire hot sauce mixture in there, wrap it up, double wrap with foil, and get it back on the smoker. Not too worried about smoke, obviously, if you're going to wrap it up, but that'll really keep that moisture all wrapped up and contained, and really break down the connective tissue and the fat, and this will just get really tender. Looking forward to it. Smells delicious.
Okay, just to show you, I got one of them off already, but just show you that we're a little over 200 degrees internal temp. I'm just going to show you how easy that this thermal probe just slides in and out. Very little resistance. The meat is super tender. And so I'm going to get these off and go ahead and let them rest for probably an hour or two. Just let them rest in that juice and soften them all up. Okay, these roasts have been resting for, gosh, an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and get these opened up, and I'm going to start shredding them up a little bit. So let's kind of, oh man, smell that. Look how juicy. Wow. Let's just kind of take a fork and see. Oh, look how that just falls apart. Look at that. Okay. Well, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to pull this all out. We're going to save all those drippings and try and maybe make a little sauce out of it. And we'll come back with the finished product. This is just one of the roasts. I still have to pull the other one. I think I'm going to reserve that and for something else, but this is plenty for, gosh, a couple people at least. But this, look at how I didn't add any sauce to this. This is simply in the juices that came from the roast itself. I did remove some of the pieces of fat and connective tissue that didn't quite render down all the way, but this is super tender. I'm going to see if I can find a piece that maybe you can see good color. You can see a decent little smoke ring here. Here's a little bit better example. Beautiful smoke flavor. Some parts of it were stronger than others. But just absolutely gorgeous, and it's a little spicy. That rub, just a little spicy. Probably would go well with some good cool coleslaw and a nice cold beverage. So, but probably really good on a sandwich. I'm gonna find out here in a second, but I think overall a good experiment. If I had to do it over again, I probably will try and regulate the temp a little bit more down on the smoker from 250 down to about 225 and let it go a little longer, because there was quite a few chunks of fat that didn't really render down. But I definitely think if I had had it lower and slower, that would have rendered down a little bit more. But still, excellent taste. Really moist and flavorful. Really happy with it, and I'll definitely be doing a chuck roast again. Thanks for watching.